Up until now, we're not supposed to be receiving any more deposits in the exemption grant. Are we receiving any more? Any payments we receiving in executive grant?
We're not supposed to, but apparently there were something like they are receiving the payments, and every time that executive send us, proof of payments, we have been sending the homeowners a letter saying that they're not supposed to send the payments back to executive.
Okay, I would like y'all to make a check for the 1,000 and the change there. Make it in order to BB&T.
Transfer the money, okay.
Just signing that transfer that money to deposit to BB&T.
They're separate. Put the executive, the reserve account, put in the savings, and the operational account put into BBPT's operational account. So it's done, not one check for 40,000 to one account. Move the reserve to the reserve account.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
Is that there's still some money that is coming in the executive account, so.
They've had it for a long time, they've sent letters forever, and they're still gonna do it.
It always take a while.
And let's close it out. I don't know if they need to sign.
Don't close it. There's still get payments in there.
If you don't close it, we'll charge. If you empty
It's
that,
not like it's,
They can send them back.
right, they can send it back, got it.
And maybe
Okay.
they'll learn.
If they need me to sign or Richard, let us know.
So make a motion. We're in the same process with the ones.
Is there any question in reference to the finance balance sheet or report that we received for at this end on the 30th of April? Any questions? No? Okay. I make a motion to accept the financial report. Do I have a second?
I say.
Been properly second by Richard. All of those in favor say aye. So moved. We are going to management report.
We have been working on repair to electric pole number 50, 57, 58, and replace pole number 46. Paint the mailbox, paint the fence behind the mailbox at 200 Terra. Maintenance of the golf cart, maintenance of the security and office AC, maintenance of the pool motors, replace sunlight on the clubhouse, plain new flowers in the flower pot at the entrance, replace the arms of the exit gate, repair the irrigation system, working and get the permission from the city for the playground, propose for the new gate on the violation.
Okay, what is the status of the permission, the completion, the permit from the city?
Today, I think we have a big problem with the commission because of the permit from the city.
What happened?
Because the contractor that is working on this, he sent me a test today that he needs more time to do it. So he's supposed to get it done a long time ago, but he has some problem. I'll explain what exactly is the problem.
So we don't know what's going on. There's a letter that we received from the city. I think, yeah, it's the city, have to do with the lake and trash around the lake. When you spoke with the gentleman,
Well, they came yesterday, and I spoke with them.
where we at with that?
Supposedly Supposedly there were some fish and a turtle like that on the edge of the lake. So Henry met with them, he picked them up. He asked me if he can go around. I called him Rafael and I explained the situation, and they were supposed to come back today and inspect it again. I don't know if you could.
Okay, now, the issue here is that the lake is divided between two communities, two associations.
Associations.
Does the inspector clear where east end and west begin?
Well,
On the lake?
I told him that, our situation with the lake, he was here behind the pool where the fish and the turtle was. I also instructed Elian to call the lake company to find out what's going on, because apparently Maria's from the west dog used to swim, and now he has an infection in his eyes that happened this week. So I.
This way.
So I want the lake company to come and inspect, but I told them that the lake is divided in two, but he said that we have to go around. And since the West doesn't have a maintenance guy, I asked him just to, go around really quick to see if there were something else around the lake. That's all I know.
The area that is there is over the west. And I understand because they don't have someone to clean. No problem with that. But it's very important to clear that up with the inspector, because the next thing, we receive a violation for something that is on the east and the west, and then we have to go and appeal that or fight that or get some type of understanding.
The way the wind's coming, you go and kill the fish over on that side,
And he comes.
they go right here.
And I know that we do have signs that say not to fish and not to do, and I still see people out there, I guess sport fishing, and what happened is that if they fish something out of the lake, they put it right in the lake dead. That's a great problem, I understand that.
Regarding fishing, a homeowner called that she confronted some kids that they were fishing. And she told them, we have signs around the lake that it says no fishing. They said, well, the president allowed us to fish.
Do?
The president. That's what they said. And I said, okay,
It's easy
yeah,
to
of
say,
course.
it's easy to call someone.
He said that as long as we take care and we don't fail in the
Take
lake.
those signs down and put up a sign that says fishing, swimming, and boating at your own risk, and not have no, because our homeowner documents do not say no.
First of
I
all,
read them, they don't say no.
you can read all the documents you have. Everybody know here, if one of those kids get thrown in that lake,
Just
just
at
a
your own
minute,
risk.
who's left? Put placing your own risk. That's a game for the lawyers. Who can be responsible for $2 million, $3 million?
Their parents.
No, all of us.
Huh?
All of us. That's the way the law is, you can't fight.
Yes, you can fight it. There is a way to fight it. There's a way to fight it. We can't go to a world where no one can do anything, because there's so many laws that we're going to get sued about. When we bought the houses, there was a beach here built with sand. We bought the houses so we could have I've never been to the lake in my whole life, but we bought the houses so we could have a swimmable lake. I'm sure some people bought the houses for that. We bought the houses so their kids could go and fish, and the little kids go and fish, it should be fine. No? And if you want to limit your liability, put up a sign that says swim, fish, and boat at your own risk. There are no motor boats allowed, only paddle boats or sailboats or boats that don't have anything electric on them. But we should let the people have what they want. Just because we're going to get sued, no? If we get sued, no? Maybe a judge will be smart enough to throw it out of court. Maybe. We can't, even if you put the sign up, they can still sue you. You know that.
Sue or not sue, against you. But
That also depends on the insurance company. Some insurance company require the no swimming, or other ask for the,
If our
Do it at your own risk.
insurance company required it, then we have to do it. And we'd have to change our bylaws to do it. But I don't think we should have this on. I told you this since you live.
You told me this, yeah.
And we should vote on it.
Now you can vote on it.
Okay. I make a motion that we change the sign to say swimming, boating, and fishing at your own risk.
I agree, because my son loves to fish.
Can I have a second?
Aye.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. We have 4 ayes. Let's change the sign.
So,
I mean, I've never seen anyone swimming in there, but fishing I see.
Oh, the kids go swimming in there in the summertime. Yeah, I wouldn't, but they do. Not for years. We used to have alligators in the lake, and that's why people didn't go and swim. But there hasn't been for you, but anyone can come. An alligator from Florida,
Yeah.
they come in swimming pools. They could definitely come in a lake, it's easier to hide. We live in Florida, there's nothing safe here. Water moccasins, we've had water moccasins in the lake. They can bite you and poison you. But a parent should, if a kid's gonna go down fishing, no, they're gonna go down fishing and their parents should be watching them, no? And making sure they don't do something that, and if they don't do that, that should be on the parent, not on the association. And like I said, it doesn't matter, give a sign.
But she's saying that there's something in the water that's harming the animal, that's not what she said. Someone's dog got infected.
So that's possible. Our lake, we only treat on one side, which is stupid, no, because it blows wherever it wants to blow. The wind blows and then it breaks from up.
they treat the other side.
I've never seen it. Yeah,
there we go.
they began, okay.
Just 2 months ago.
Okay. Well, maybe that'll help him.
Mhm.
So, please make sure that we clarify what east and west was that. And send us a,
Do you have copy of the letter?
have a copy. Here.
Just forward us a copy so we can contact the inspector. It should be
You
responded.
didn't get a letter? You got a letter.
You got it?
You got
Oh, it's
a
here?
letter.
Oh.
You got a letter. And so, let's write something and make sure that we're aware and you can CC that he sent it to us. That means that Inspector Smith is clear about where the east and west. You might, what is the west side address for legal information?
Right now, it's either our office or their attorney.
Okay, any more questions at this time? No? Okay, we can move to new business. Painting review and recommendation.
Ladies, who wants to speak? I brought the book.
I have a gentleman.
Oh, okay, gentlemen. You weren't at our meeting.
Which meeting? No, I've not been to the last 2 meetings. That is correct.
We had a beautification committee
Mhm.
and came up with some new colors.
Right.
And that's what he submitted.
That's
So
what I submitted.
He's the one that submitted those colors.
Well, that was 3 months ago. We didn't even discuss
Well,
that.
there's a
because
different
nobody
committee.
showed up.
Yes.
So then we made a new committee.
Okay,
Okay.
No,
Okay.
we have 5 ladies,
excellent.
no men, no.
Okay.
No. So we have 4 of the 5 ladies, no? And here's your book.
No.
Reach her also.
Point of,
We heard reach her a lot.
Yeah, they listen to me.
Yes.
no? But here's your book, you can discuss this, no?
Richard,
No?
point of clarification.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know what is
Let me,
discussed.
there's a point of clarification in here. I mentioned that on the board, that we cannot eliminate a committee and create another committee.
Okay.
make that
Well,
clear.
but if the one committee doesn't come, if we have no committee, that's what we said last time at the board meeting. If we have no committee here to talk about it, and they want to get it done, we need to have a committee that'll come to get it done. And the last committee that didn't come and presented some colors, there were, I think, 4 pinks, 3 yellows, I don't know, there were, you have the colors from the last committee? No?
Okay. Let me hear that again.
Uh-huh.
But for procedure, you just can't eliminate a committee and create another.
Well, why do we make a
When,
committee?
when that request was asked, I said to ABS, make sure you send all information to all of people on the committee
No, he sent me.
and make one
committee.
committee, it's one committee. You just can't say you eliminated one and making another.
So what happens when people start adding up to the list and don't show up? How long can it get before we act on it?
No, we come to this moment, if.
Well, we don't want to
these
join
are-
anybody.
Hey, they wanna join it.
If they want to join the committee, that's fine. I'm just saying we weren't getting anything done because the other committees.
Things were
nobody can.
submitted,
Huh?
things were submitted for review. We couldn't make the meeting. There were other people that were involved as well, and we advised of that. And when you submit something, it's simply for review. We're not saying
Oh,
this
I
is
know
it,
that. Yes,
obviously.
no, I know
We
that.
love to participate with whoever else. I mean, that's why we were interested
We're gonna
in
get,
the first
we're gonna
place.
get the emails, so you all have their email.
Right, it'd be nice if everyone, we all communicated and we had a committee to get things done, propose them as you've suggested we need to do, so we can move forward and people have choices. I mean, that's what
You're
this is all about.
absolutely right.
And we're more than willing to help and participate. We didn't even know you guys existed, to be honest.
No, and we knew that you guys existed, but we're not
Right.
present, so we chose to
We just need
do
to talk.
something. Yeah, that's the thing, that we were here to talk, but if you guys don't come, entonces it's like you don't exist.
Like I said, we submitted the information in an email, with our
And-
recommendations.
But there
Just a
was
minute,
no-
just a minute.
Yeah.
The information was submitted, and I mentioned that to y'all, and we got the different colors, okay? And I also said as a pointer that we just gonna eliminate one. That's not, that don't happen,
What?
okay? To eliminate the committee and create another one. That don't happen.
We don't have a problem in having more people in the committee. What I'm saying is that there's a lead that has to be.
Just a minute. All I'm saying is that
In 2 parts.
there's no problem making the decision and color,
Yes.
but we just can't do it any way you want. Because if you want to do it any way you want, then there's no sense having a procedure. Okay, no one is saying that you can't submit the colors as a group. I'm just saying that we just can't eliminate one and make it. That's all.
Basically, I was, the committee pretty much was no longer existing from my point of view. Because people either didn't show up, wouldn't respond, or couldn't make it. So it ended up being a committee of 1. And I couldn't always make it, so I was not here. But here's a copy of all our recommendations and colors that we submitted. So,
Okay, all right, guys.
the back is just scratch paper.
So let's do this.
Okay, so what we-
Let's do this. You speak.
What we prepared was, we prepared short selection that included more modern profile of our homes, that included more updated colors as I've seen in all the communities that are newly developed. And so here you can have a lot of inspiration homes in the back for people that are crazy about cream colors and cream, those different colors. There's some yellows, as you guys propose, and other people want.
Yeah, in the meeting, we kind of tried to
Some little brownies and grays for those lovers of gray. Okay, I don't know, it's something, more shades. There are inspirations on the back and colors on the other side, so you guys can.
And that's the one that you submitted.
Along with all of these, which are,
Yeah, those are approved.
Those are deals.
But those are the ones you submitted.
Richard, those are the ones that we submitted, the ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, the ones that you submit, can you show them again?
I gave them a copy of it. There's one.
And the reason we came up with the pastels again is because, again, the original colors of the community, and some homes and some homeowners like those colors, and they look fine on the homes. So we just thought to give variety, give choice. Ultimately, the board approves what you submit anyway. So it's a yes or a no, really, whether it's in the book or not, you know, they're gonna say yes or no. So we're just trying to expand the palette.
The row of colors that you submitted, you wanted us to pick one pink out of the row of pinks and one yellow out of the row of yellow.
Not necessarily, I mean, it was again in those hues, giving just a choice of different hues, very similar, obviously. Nothing, you know, bright red or bright orange or anything, but
So,
just muted colors, but more pastel, that follow the original palette.
so, I just have something to say, so we had discussed last time, that, you know, the colors needed to be changed. More modernized, right? So whoever has their house painted in pink can stay with their house painted in pink, but when they need to repaint their house, they do need to pick a color from the new color palettes. I mean, a pink, just like peach, I mean, I don't know. It's
No,
just
no,
trying to modernize.
Most companies I read a lot about, and they're, Sherwin and Benjamin Moore, and they recommend that homeowner associations to avoid, the association itself, to avoid these kind of conflicts, to upgrade or change or revise these color selections every 5 years. That's what I read across the board from many different states. And these haven't been updated in a while, I suppose, so.
The only problem with the pink, that's that somebody else that was pink or green, and it's not approved, it's not in the book, is in violation just because they just want that they're not paint their house, that's the only thing, okay? So if, let's say they go out, if you have to go out and see a house in pink, that house is in violation, then you need to upgrade.
Yeah, but she's not, that's not.
No, I was speaking,
Yeah, that's.
answering her.
That's not
what
what
she
she's
was
saying, though.
saying.
What she's asking is, if we approve a new color book for 2017, the people are allowed to keep their houses painted the colors they are. We're not gonna make them repaint their houses. They're allowed to keep the houses painted the color they are.
So people just paint.
Next time they go and ask approval to paint for the color.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you can just pick.
Yeah, pink houses haven't been in a book for 10 years.
Anyway, you know what? That's the word. When you look at it, this past one, the one that you look
We can put a pink in the book if that's what you want to do. And we
Taylor's,
can,
that's
But we
something.
cannot have
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think we left it. We do it and vote. Choose one or the other.
I mean, we try to put it,
What
you know,
about
we
the
one
others?
of each. One of each, we try to add a gray, we try to add
Right.
a yellow, we try to add green, you
Crystal.
know, for people. There's a big variation. We,
How about we vote? We don't have the right to. Why not?
You're just a committee making proposals.
But we are a
So-
community of homeowners association that represents our best interest, and if we all.
Of course. No, I'm just saying, we're proposing different things, and they ultimately approve.
They make a recommendation,
Yeah,
and you
they-
can switch
they
on the
make
back
the-
so that you can see the inspiration colors, how they look.
I can't pick a color because my taste is different than everybody else's taste.
Everyone had a chance to review this?
I'm already with you.
Oh, okay. Any disagreement with any of It's been properly second by Joe.
And those
Which ones are the new colors are you approving? I'm sorry.
Yeah, those colors I can say that any that you can use any variation.
All of them?
Any variation because they're pretty much the same. You bring a yellow,
they're the same color.
just bring a yellow.
But you want to put a yellow in the book, we need
So
to
we
pick
were,
a
we
yellow.
were asked to try to pick at least 8 colors, and not our whole association is gonna look,
8 colors?
yeah, to
Just
try
try it
to
down to 6 or 8.
6 to 8 colors, so we can kind of all be
I don't, well,
uniform.
this is my personal,
Yeah,
that's why I
the
put,
theme in the
that's why I'm
community.
placing it for both.
And we are
My
also working
personal
on
opinion is
landscaping.
that it doesn't, to me,
That's the whole collection.
to me, anything, no, that has been approved.
No,
We're
no,
not
that's,
changing that.
No, no, I know.
Oh, no. To me, any color is fine. If we have one, to have 10 of new colors, I don't see an issue. That's personal. Okay, that's why I'm placing it for both, because I have my
I don't
personal.
agree.
Well, I place it for both, that we remove that awful bright yellow that's across from my house.
We can't be making a motion.
Well,
You should know that.
what do we, who made the motion?
I made a motion and a second.
but you're,
A
I'm
motion
sorry,
and
but
a-
everybody's making a decision.
So
It's
it's
just
these
single-sided.
These colors? I want to approve these colors.
Richard,
Okay,
you
now,
get both.
Okay,
You
I'll
get
vote no.
both.
I think that we can, you know, we can again attempt to make,
No.
I mean,
Okay, y'all need to,
if not, they're gonna wanna put all the colors.
No, no,
It's gonna be 8 colors, so that's 10 colors.
you need to give us a moment, okay?
They have one here.
There's a motion
well,
and a
that's it, but I
second.
want to take some out of it, that's the
These
whole
are,
purpose
these are
of
all
it.
supposed to come
Huh?
out. These are the ones that are supposed to come out.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
then
that was
that's
supposed to
okay
be-
like that? Is that
think
okay
it's
like
fine.
that, then the ones that are supposed to come out are gonna come out?
We will have to make a motion to take that out.
Oh,
These are
okay.
the ones that they want.
Well, then should we do that first?
There's a motion and a table.
Should you take the motion off the table so we
No, there's a motion and a table. We'll take the motion.
Okay, so we call for a vote.
These all
Okay. Okay, a motion was made to accept the colors that was presented to us from the beautification committee. There was a second by Joe. At this time, if there's no question, no discussion
I
on that.
have one question. Are we voting to put these colors in addition to the
Oh.
book or those?
Oh, that's why I lifted up.
Okay, then call for a vote.
Okay, and at this time, we can vote. Crystal?
I don't like.
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Opposed,
no,
abstain.
no.
Joe?
If it's a combination of all of them, I don't know, because this is, well, you can choose one.
Yeah, we can.
There's just one.
Just one
Okay.
of it, that's fine, yes.
Felix?
Yeah, one.
Okay. Richard?
No, I vote no.
I vote yes. So,
Those are ready.
Which one? That's what I wanted to do. If we could pick the colors that we're going to actually put in the book and pick the colors that we're going to actually take out of the book and then vote on the colors. I don't mind picking.
Yeah, like.
I don't want to pick because I don't want my taste involved in this, but I don't mind having a yellow, a peach, and a pink. But pick one, make that the color. There are a pink in there. There is one that's pinkish in there. But if you want to have it passed down,
They took out.
huh?
They took out.
That's my solution. I don't know who's gonna be in here. I don't know how they got it.
21st century.
Huh? You know what I'm saying, Ernesto?
the vote has been
Yeah,
done.
these are all
So let's,
out,
I
out,
mean,
out.
anything y'all want to take on this up, vote, just submit it,
They
and
voted
we can
for
vote.
one.
Okay, I make a motion that we remove the colors that we spoke about removing the last time we were in the meeting. Now, from the book, as we're adding the new colors that you just voted on to the book.
Question, how about if you have those colors that are in the book and your house is that color, what happens then?
You just wait until the next time you want to paint, and then you paint it a new color.
All right, that's fine.
When you get tired of it, then you have a brand
No, I
new.
just paid in my house, they accepted the
And then you
color.
keep it, that's exactly what I was telling you,
I'm
that
still
it
in
would be
violation, I
unfair.
don't know why.
No,
And then add.
well, I have a brand new roof and I'm still getting
I don't
it
think
for
we-
cleaning, so,
I'm
but
gonna
that's
say-
something that is easily to.
This is not this
I want to
color
look at
that's
it.
painted, no? And
Does
these
it
are
need
just
to-
copies of
Let's
what we
come
have.
ready to do it.
But it's easily scratched, it's probably, I forgot to
Don't waste
communicate.
time, then we'll take my motion off the table, and we
No, but
go.
we, when we here, we scratch it off the list, I'm sure that's not a big deal.
Next time,
I have a picture
just
of
make it
it.
ready and we'll address it.
Well, watch it, they did it, Ernesto. They picked these.
She's right now, she
We're gonna
say something different.
No, I don't like these colors. I love the.
No, no, stop it. No, not being
We're dealing with this.
Oh, yeah, take
To
that out.
remove this,
And
keep
those.
this,
And
and
those.
this, and if the beautification committee wants to pick a yellow, a pink, and a peach, to pick one, and we'll add those in here too. That was my motion.
That's fine.
No?
You take it all of it.
All
That's what
these
y'all wanna do.
Yeah, take all these out, leave these in, add all of these, and if they wanna have a pastel, let the gentlemen and the ladies get together again and pick
We can just do
one.
it quick.
Huh?
Let's just do it if they're agree, so that we get this done today. Is
And
that
we're,
okay?
and we're all done.
No, we are ready to vote,
Ah,
so
okay, so, no, but
you don't, there's no need, we're ready to vote, so there's no need that we have to vote again, but you just can X the one you want. That's,
which one
Whatever
should I
you
select? I don't,
No, again, we're just giving choices, and please understand,
yeah,
the
no,
reason we did this is because of this discussion, where people who have the homes
Exactly.
realized though that they could paint it the same
okay,
color,
question.
but it wasn't in the book
Would
anymore.
these
But
three go for you?
that's why we
Yes.
did the
Would
colors
these
back
three
then.
go for you?
The problem is that we're trying to like.
No, I
move
understand.
to the next.
Okay,
But we also don't want everything to be the same either.
Exactly, that's why we told, well, they agree to all three, one and eight colors, so they'll be able to
Everybody in favor?
Yes.
who made motion?
I made a
What's the
motion.
motion?
Really awfully.
What is the
I made a motion
motion?
That's
that
like
we
canary.
keep the front of the book where it says keep those colors.
Just make a motion of what you want to eliminate.
I want to eliminate
Those are wrong oranges.
this part that says out back of the book, and we already have a
Okay, take
motion.
it out, just take it out.
That's what's going on in my house, so that's.
Okay, I make a motion, we eliminate this.
Okay.
Who seconded?
Me, Crystal.
Richard make a motion that we can eliminate the stock of color at this time. It's been seconded by
It
Crystal.
doesn't have to be.
All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Yeah,
We're just
yeah.
trying to get that.
Any other question or discussion about,
Orange.
excuse me,
Sorry, yes.
Sorry, just a second.
as I said,
I think we got it.
well,
We got it.
you can tell us after.
Okay.
Because it's ready to go.
I just want to get it done.
It's done.
Okay, awesome, thanks.
Okay, remember, we're going to number 2, which has to do with the homes that received violation letters. First address is 19610 Northwest 83rd Avenue. 19601 Northwest 83rd Avenue. 19621 Northwest 83rd Avenue. 19571 Northwest 83rd Avenue.
These are the existing.
19581 Northwest 81st Avenue. 19590 Northwest 83rd Avenue. 19641 Northwest 83rd Avenue. 19631 Northwest 83rd Avenue.
Right here.
19631 Northwest 83rd Avenue. You?
Yes.
Okay. What is the violation?
Yes.
Plain roofs, plain house, plain driveway, repair the gate.
Yeah, your roof is one violation. The trimming also? No.
Paint the house.
Clean the roof, paint the house, paint the driveway, and repair the gate.
And repair the gate. Okay. Yes, sir.
All right, to start with, my roof, I just washed it a few days after I got the first violation. That's one. I just washed the roof. Secondly, there's nothing wrong with my gates, and neither is anything wrong with the color of my house. So it's subjective. Maybe you need to take a look at the house. Because the house looks dirty, or when I pressure cleaned the roof, I did that to the house. What was covering the colors was the dust. After the pressure cleaning, right that it passed through my house, it doesn't need a new paint. For the driveway, I'll give that to you. So I did that a few years back, so it looks beach faded. I can do that. It maybe touch the gate, but as based on the whole entire house, the house doesn't need a paint. And your gate, I don't understand what you're looking at when you tell me my gate is broken, because my gate is not broken. I know it's a wooden gate, so the gate is not broken.
Is the gate?
Okay.
But what you're saying is that he pressure cleaned the house, so he doesn't think that he needs to paint the driveway.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do we have again?
I'm not going to come in.
Okay. Now, between today and next Tuesday, you need to request an extension. Because right now you're agreeing that there's one of the violations you're.
It's my driveway. That I will do.
Okay, well, my point is,
Okay.
you're agreeing that one of the violations are correct.
Yes.
I don't know about the others.
Okay.
The others we have to recheck, like
Yeah,
you
because I
say.
washed the roof.
That's fine. But you need to ask for extension by next, no later, by next Tuesday.
So the another question, who do I ask this extension?
Through
from?
email. So if you want to do it this evening, you can
No,
ask after the meeting.
Through email, okay, because the number on that letter, in the past, I've called several times, left messages, and we don't get a call back. I don't get a call back. The number on that letter that you guys sent. So that's one thing you guys need to address. If it's me sending you an email, I don't see the reason why, so I don't see the point of me sending you an email, because sending it to you, you're right here. So you can agree to that extension. So because I'm going to do my driveway this weekend.
Okay. In reference to the extension, you need to do.
He's going to use driveway this weekend, he doesn't need an extension. He's going to do it this weekend, he just said it. He'll have it done before.
So it's not done this week, and what, do we automatically find him?
I imagine so.
No, I don't think you can do that. He's suggested.
No, I'm just saying that he said he's going to
Okay,
have it done
no,
this
guys,
weekend. If you don't want, if I would do is send an email to the management of it, and said, I'd like until such and such a date to finish my driveway, and I'd like until such and such a date to paint my house, you know? And, or I don't feel that my house needs to be painted, come back and inspect it, you know? And then you have a paper trail that you did what you're supposed to do, and that we have a paper trail with the management company that we know that they've looked at your email, and either they'll go out and check your house again, you know, or if they didn't do it, then you can come in and yell at us.
All right, I hope I get the right email, because the last time I got an email from him, the mail was not delivered, so hopefully I get the right email.
Well, I give you your email right now.
Give me the email. All right, you give me the email. So back to the issue, because in future, hopefully, when I feel the need to paint my house, I will paint my house, because I saw a color that I liked it. We'll be going back and forth with colors. Now I want to know that how many colors do we have right now that's not?
Okay.
How many colors? What are the numbers?
Right now,
Yeah.
when you finish the meeting, you can check the numbers. We are not giving that information right now.
Okay, so how do you communicate this new approved colors to the homeowners?
There's no reason to communicate to the new owner. They know if they can think that out or do any modification, it's our responsibility to request that to the association. There's no need to let no one else know.
Sheriff Williams should have the new book soon, right? How long do you think it will take?
Well, it should
Oh,
take-
no, they got a booklet that is, you can't even see the colors, it's so.
No, I'm saying the new book that they will make
I don't
after
know,
this.
they have it.
No, I'm asking the manager, like, maybe he has.
You should, I think you should update that Sherman Williams book because
That's what we've been talking about.
it's,
That's exactly what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. We already have an updated color scheme, but what I'm talking about is that now we give them to Sherwin Williams. Sherwin Williams will create a new book
Yes,
that you can read and then select from there.
they don't take.
Okay.
That's how it's gonna happen.
Okay, in reference to your scenario, you have until the 30th to send an email requesting the extension. When you request the extension, give us the date that you will be done. Okay? Put the date there, and then, well, we can go and look at it before that date because you're saying that the other 3 violation is fine.
Yes.
So keep in mind now, we can make a motion. And if there's an issue with those other 3 violations, you're going to be under that, the violation recommendation for fine. So just keep that in mind. Now, what I would suggest to you is whenever you ask for the extension, you just ask the extension openly that it include the full thing. We get them a check, but you will be protected by that extension. Okay, thank you. Following address 19651 Northwest 83rd Avenue.
Yeah. So we're done.
Is that done? It says done.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. Thank you. 19661 Northwest 83rd Avenue. 19950 Northwest 83rd Avenue. 20116 Northwest 83rd Avenue. 19602 Northwest 83rd Court. 19528 Northwest 83rd Court. 19623 Northwest 83rd Court. 20025 Northwest 83rd Court.
19641 or
I
what's
don't
it?
think that's right.
I don't think that's right.
We don't have a 25, 20025.
Yeah, that's the
It's
second
wrong.
one.
Okay. It's wrong.
It's wrong.
19574 Northwest 83rd Avenue, 83rd place. 19594 Northwest 83rd place. 19595 Northwest 83rd place. 19614 Northwest 83rd place. 19624 Northwest 83rd place. 19625 Northwest 83rd place. Okay. What is the concern with the general home? 19625 Northwest 83rd place.
Clean the roof, clean the driveway, the driveway isn't going
I'm just driving the car. All right. Clean the roof, the driveway, and you have a piece
I
of
sent you an email,
driveway is in the company.
and Viltech sent you an email saying they're replacing the roof is being worked on now. And the driveway is only 3 years old.
Wait, let's go. The roof, you said they were working on it.
It's being replaced now.
So you have a ACC form?
Yeah,
But the roof.
permits, everything, yeah, everything's here.
Okay, so you have an ACC form for the roof. And what about the driveway?
Driveway is only 3 years old. I washed it about maybe 3 times this year. I'll wash it again, but I don't know why you keep saying the driveway is dirty.
Okay. Okay, so we gonna have to look at that again.
Because I got a pressure washer, and bought a pressure washer myself and did it myself.
Okay, but we gonna have to look at it again because are we dealing with, are you saying that this driveway is just dirty, or you're saying that it's faded, or what you saying?
I'll have to pick it right now, but it has to be all there.
Okay. What about the piece in the common area?
You approved that.
we approved for you to put a piece in the common area.
Yeah.
You have the ACC fund? I tell you what, for purposes of time, we need to have all that documentation to us no later than next Tuesday. Okay? You come to the office, make your copy. What we want is just a copy, not original. You keep your original. Okay? And then we will review that.
You want to see me Tuesday? When you want me, I mean Tuesday?
Anytime between
Anytime
today,
before
tomorrow,
Tuesday.
and Tuesday, that you need to bring us that information. But you can call him also and have him go out there again with you, both of you can look at it together. Meanwhile also, but we need to see the documentation, okay, since you said we approve, okay? 19634 Northwest 83rd Place, 19654 Northwest 83rd Place, 19664 Northwest 83rd Place, 19705 Northwest 83rd Place,
Well, that's my house.
It's for the driveway.
Hmm?
It's for the driveway too.
Yeah, but everything's already been.
yours is
No,
done.
the survey, I don't have to,
That's the one with the survey? Okay, that, you're talking about driveway also coming in. Okay, that's going through the
Right, the attorney.
attorney office to confirm what it was when they plotted the location. Okay? That was the only thing?
yeah.
19715 Northwest 83rd Place. 19724 Northwest 83rd Place. 20120 Northwest 83rd Place. 8204 Northwest 198th Street. 8211 Northwest 198th Street. 8212 Northwest 198th Street. 8222 Northwest 198th Street. 8200 Northwest 199th Street.
Right,
8252 Northwest
right here,
196th.
right here. Sorry, 199th Street.
8200 Northwest 199th Street. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Driveway. 8200 Northwest.
8200 Northwest 199th Street.
And I told him, the camera on the wall. They made it better, and everybody can see.
They have, to prepare the driveway, they have the driveway in common area too. They have to paint the house. And they have to clean the roof. Because they have to plant grass, but that's what
The sub,
So the grass.
is the area that's supposed to be green? I guess it's.
No, it's already done.
Oh, so what we talking about here?
So the driveway,
The driveway?
the driveway, they have to paint the house. The driveway is in common area.
Okay, there's three things. So what we have to say?
All right, so you say common area, paint the house, what else?
Driveway.
Prepare the
Okay, yeah,
Repeat.
driveway, prepare the driveway, we did already. Actually, today we just ended painting whatever was missing. All right, on the driveway, the house got painted on November last year, maybe 6 months ago.
Uh,
And
So y'all have an ACC from painting the house?
So we have to paint the house again.
No. The question is,
Right,
you just can't go ahead and paint your house
right.
because you might painted the wrong color. Since you painted last year,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a ACC form approved by the board for the color that you used?
No.
That means your color that you used could be in violation.
All right, but then is a color or we have to paint the house? What is the problem? Because that's two different things. It's not the same.
It's
It's
not,
missing paint or it's the wrong color. That's two different things.
No, it's a fine color, but it's not in good shape.
So he's saying something else.
so, okay, so we're gonna have to look at the
We'll have to go
color.
and inspect it again.
So around the house is paint the same color. Around the house,
Right.
okay.
So we do what? Just wait for you guys to look at the
We
color
will come
again?
out then, we will come out and review that again.
All right.
Because you're saying to us right now that around your house is paint good,
That's good.
all right?
You painted the whole house or you retouched?
Whole house.
And
Everything.
you painted last year,
November.
last November. So you have less than 7 months of this paint.
Oh, she got a picture if you want to look at it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to go out and look at it because
Right.
unless you have a around the house paint, is this the house?
Yeah.
And this is,
Yeah.
and you're saying that something not painted?
This one right here, the one side, the front of the house is already painted.
Okay. What he's saying is that the same color that you have was not painted the complete house. And I've seen that. In other words, you paint the front, the side, and the back, but you don't paint the other side that is over in your neighbor's spot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because you
Your
just
common
told me,
wall.
Right, I understand.
you just told me you paint the full
But
spot.
then you guys need to be more specific because
No, but
how would I
yeah,
know about that?
but you just, that's why I asked you a question. Did you paint the house complete? You told me yes.
That's,
You have 4 walls,
if
you
you
know?
look at it, like 95% of those houses here, all those walls, they never had the same color as the entire house because
Let me say
I had to
something.
go through my neighbor.
Okay, let me say something to you.
Backyard.
Before you continue. You're the owner of the house?
Yes, I am.
When each one of us buy a house in Marbella Park,
Right.
we buy a house, the information say the house have 4 walls on the outside. And your document,
Right.
our documents say that we have, that your neighbor have to give you 4 feet, and that's 0 lot side, to do your painting, to maintain it over. That's in our document, all of the document.
Okay.
So, this is time here, that's why I
We
don't
got
want,
it.
I don't
That's
want to go
clear.
into.
Okay, we have to paint that wall. That's clear.
Good.
Perfect. We don't have to.
Good. Your property, you say that is in common area.
Right. I don't know when that came out because since we bought the house, like you say, when we bought the house, we saw the papers, the price had passed, the city passed, everybody, we got the plans and everything was fine. We didn't have any violation.
So you look.
So now that came out after 8 years.
Well, if you look at your sound survey,
Mm-hmm.
it tells you what is yours, but you personally don't want.
That's it. And we were here last time and go through here and get off on the other side.
We will go, we will go back and review it. We will go back.
That was the same thing that you guys say. I mean, because this is getting frustrated. It's every month the same problem. Every month the same problem with the driveway, and that makes no sense. Because to be honest with you, we're not gonna cut the driveway. Because if you look at your house, a few years ago, you only have a small driveway, and now you have a huge driveway. And that's a common area too. Got my point? I have a picture here.
If you look at who else,
Your house.
There's no common area in this house.
You wanna see pictures? Because 2 years ago was a small driveway.
There's no common area in this house.
the only home that
This
might
didn't make no sense, all right?
might
This-
have
these are
driveway in
yours.
other areas.
Because we bought the house
Back of
only
our
8 years
house,
ago.
On the side of our house, but no common area in the front of our
Okay,
house.
I'm
So
sorry.
come and hire me, whatever you want to
What is
then?
your name?
No, on the lake, there's just no common area. There's a park across the street is a common area. There's a walkway down to the lake is a common area. And the back of our houses on the lake are all common area.
Okay.
But the front of the house, there's no common area on the lake.
All right, so just come around in front.
Pero esa casa desde que se compró, tiene ese driveway, no desde que se compró, desde que esa casa se hizo hace 20 y pico de años, se hizo así mismo como ustedes la ven. Así mismo se hizo. Yo no entiendo por qué ahora es cuando voy a reducir eso, porque no solamente esa casa, y aquí todos los driveways no son iguales.
Señora, nosotros vamos a investigar.
Ok, sí, pero es que...
Si usted compró ese lote y el lote incluye ese pedazo,
Ajá.
no hay problema.
Ajá.
Y eso es lo que le dije.
So why do you guys got the information from? Why you guys saying that that's wrong? I mean, what company you guys have to say that part is wrong? What is the documentation that you guys have to send this letter to me? What is the bottom line of these? Why are you guys saying that now? Do you have any plan on my house? Show me the paper that say that that's not part of my driveway.
Esto contado, no me voy hasta el contado.
Those are investigating because.
But you should do the investigation before you send the letter.
Ajá.
No, the letter is letting you know and making you aware that's there.
No, the letter say that I can get a ticket or whatever you guys call that.
We
You're
have
trying to
not
fix it.
done, we have not done anything. The letter is telling you the information that what can happen, but that don't mean that it has been done.
¿Y qué
It's
lo-
giving the homeowners information which we need to do. So that aspect in reference to the common area, that is getting a plot, they're getting a plot directly from the city council. And that can show if that's what you bought. If you bought that plot to include that area, that's fine. Okay? We have had this condition in the past. Not with your home, but we have had the condition in the past, and the owners that claim that they bought did not buy. And then they claim that there was a mistake.
Yeah.
So, we're not debating that right now. We're just saying to you, we send you the information, we can confirm that, and send you the confirmed information.
Pero lo que hace falta es que la investigación no se demore tanto como esto. Como yo que vine en marzo, y aquí usted me dijo que en una semana iba a tener la respuesta en 10 días, y todavía es un desastre, mi pobre con la asociación, no tengo
Señora,
respuesta.
señora. Con mucho respeto. Usted puede hablar conmigo con esto después, pero esto tiene que ver con violaciones. Ahora es que estamos en
Eso es
violación.
una violación, claro.
Esto
Claro,
es
una violación.
$1,000.
Una violación de $3,000. Y que vine en marzo y me dijeron que en una semana me iba a dar respuesta y que estoy con un abogado y que entonces mando los cheques de la asociación, me lo pidan. Eso es peor. Me lo cobran cuando quieren me lo entonces, no creo que ahora que lo estoy molestando. Yo he llamado al muchacho, yo he llamado.
Yo le damos a usted nosotros también.
Sí, claro, me dijiste que en una semana me daba respuesta también.
Ya
y no-
le di información a todos que tenían desde alto campo contrario.
Señora, Serino, ¿es usted la
Sí.
señora Serino? Denos unos minutos, ¿ok? Ok. Ahora mismo no se va a lidiar con esto. Ahora mismo, denos unos minutos que terminemos esto y entonces se lidia.
Pero no creas que lo que planteo porque estamos en el 8200 y es una violación que tengo pendiente.
Ok.
No estoy hablando de otra cosa que no sea lo mismo que se está hablando aquí.
Ok. Señora Serino,
Sí, dígame.
¿usted es la dueña web?
Los tres.
Los tres. Entonces, hay algo que se dijo aquí que están de acuerdo de que sí es una violación. Estamos ya hablando de la pintada y algo que con el driveway.
Driveway.
¿Ok? Entonces, necesitan solamente hacer un pedido de una extensión. De aquí al martes de la otra semana. Por email. Ustedes van a poner el día que va a estar terminado y está pidiendo la extensión porque va a terminar eso ese día. ¿Ok?
Got it.
Y en referente a esto,
Ajá.
vamos a hablar después de
Después entonces, ok.
nosotros. 8252 Northwest 199th Street. 8230 Northwest 199th Street. 8279 Northwest 199th Street. 8220 Northwest 199 Terrace. 8246 Northwest 200 Terrace. 19660 Northwest 82 Court. 19671 Northwest 82 Court. 19680 Northwest 82 Court. 19820 Northwest 82 Court. 19841 Northwest 82 Court. 19851 Northwest 82 Court. 19931 Northwest 82 Court. 19603 Northwest 82nd Place. 19642 Northwest 82nd Place. 19643 Northwest 82nd Place. 19662 Northwest 82nd Place. 19814 Northwest 82nd Place. 19662 Northwest 82nd Place.
I just sent you an email. It seems that my husband talked to you, but I read the letter, but it has to be a written communication, so I just sent you an email with a picture. We have these ICC done like a month ago. It was a roof cleaning, but we are finally replacing the roof. That we have permission. 19814 Northwest.
So you have a license to replace it?
Yeah. It's like a place, 19814.
And that was the only thing?
No, that's like
That was the
14
only,
Northway, second place, yeah.
was that the only violation?
It was cleaning, but I said, I'm gonna change it anyway, so.
Okay,
No, I changed it, I needed it.
excuse me? Y'all can always talk, but just the whole time. Let's have it.
They're in quarter from the same, so they.
19814 Northwest 82nd Place. 19824 Northwest 82nd Place. 19712 Northwest 82nd Place. 19593 Northwest 82nd Place. 19602.
195, 87 place.
19593.
Yeah, she's over there.
73.
You're
No,
not,
I'm not.
You're not.
173. Oh, okay. 19602 Northwest 82nd Place. 19593 Northwest 82nd.
195,
No, she did. That's done. 19592 Northwest 82nd Place. 19582 Northwest 82nd Place. 19583 Northwest 82nd Place. 19650 Northwest 84th Avenue.
Smith, my name is 650 84th Avenue.
19650 Northwest 84th Avenue.
Yes.
Okay.
what do they have? Light sport.
First,
19650 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19650 Avenue.
No, 19650.
what's your last name?
196, no, 19650, yeah, hello. On the other page.
Paint the house. Clean the driveway and repair the gate.
Repair again, just that.
Clean the
I
driveway.
haven't done it, I've been lazy about it, but yeah, I'll get it by tomorrow.
That's why you're.
Well, just make sure you get us an email by next Tuesday. If you do it, that's fine, now they just can go check it. If not, make sure you send us an email giving us a date when we complete.
Okay.
If not, if you don't do it tomorrow.
I'll take off tomorrow, I'll take care of it.
No problem. Thank you. 19711 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19720 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19651 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19700 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19560 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19570 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19580 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19590 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19330 Northwest 84th Avenue.
19630.
19630 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19631 Northwest 84th Avenue. 19641 Northwest 84th Avenue. That's it? Okay, I get
No, hold on. I missed it, I was talking to one of my clients, so that's why I'm at the beginning. 19641 Northwest 83rd.
what number is it?
19641 83rd Avenue.
Okay.
Okay,
19641
Northwest
Northwest
83rd.
19641?
Northwest 83rd Avenue.
Yes, we cleaned the roof. The driveway, we might be replacing the driveway, so we need an extension on that. And the gate, we might be replacing the driveway.
What?
The gate, what's it, the gate? Those two things, we might be replacing them, so, because we're doing some improvements on the yard. So I just wanna send you an extension, but I don't have the quotes yet or anything.
The what?
On the driveway and the gate, we're planning on replacing them.
Right, but
We got some quotes, but we haven't decided what we're gonna do yet.
you need to ask for extension between now and next Tuesday.
Not a
Okay,
problem.
and you can, when you ask for that extension, you can tell us the date that you will have everything.
Okay,
With me?
I'm with you. I have to, because it all depends on the contractor, because we haven't choose what we're gonna do yet.
So this don't depend on the contractor, so keep that in mind, depend on what you give us.
Right, but this is the email, manager3@wordliable.net. That's the only person I have to send an email to. None
You can
more.
send it, if you go to marvellapark.org, you can send it to complete board.
No, I just wanna.
No, but I'm letting you know to make sure everybody
Right,
has.
so the info at Marbella Park is not working anymore? It used to be the general.
Is that the email? Is that the email?
No, the email here is for the managers. But, normally I like to send the emails or copy to somebody else. Okay?
But that's why I was saying, if you send it, when you send it, if you send it to all of us, if you go to marvellapark.org, there's an email that once you send it, it goes to the
Okay, no problem.
but he will answer it. You put it to his name, he will answer it. But we will get
That's
it.
fine, not a problem. So those are the two things that I'm missing, because painting the house, we clean it, pressure wash it, and it looks fine.
I make a motion at this time to, those that did not have no explanation or didn't say anything, I make a motion as a recommendation to the fines committee that once at the fines, that once it goes, the manager goes and inspect it again. If it's still not done, so those that are not done, that they will be charged 100. I think they're about $120 assessment for violation. And that's a recommendation that the fines are. That's the motion. Will I have a second?
Just, fine.
Can I ask a question?
One, that you can correct. Because the $100 fine is a state.
Yes,
That man, I discussed that with Eli and said, when it comes to finances, the document is the one that's the stack. When it comes to procedures, the state is we can recheck that again. We can check the records. We will have to just correct it. They say they have 3 months. 3 months. That's what the document says. That's what the document says. So we can have to reread that again and have
So we have to find every 3 months over and over again?
No, except for 3 months they have to find 3 months.
Oh, I have to talk this one, I think there's something wrong here. We haven't, we've been here for how many years, we've never done that. They changed the rule?
Well, the rule changed last year.
And other rules changed last year, but they shouldn't have changed the,
But we can reconfirm that.
okay.
We can reconfirm that. As a
Let's
matter of fact,
make a motion, let's make a
let me withdraw my motion at this time until when we can reconfirm the information and how much needs to be billed. And like that, and the finance committee will have the correct.
Just make a motion that that
So,
all people
we
that
get-
show up get an appropriate fine by the finance committee when their meeting is.
Well,
Appropriate can work, appropriate.
no, because you gotta set, you have to tell them how much. They only get voted yes or no. Okay, in reference to the recommendation for the finance committee, I will place a motion to table that recommendation at this time. I'll have a second. Been properly second. Any questions, discussion? All of those in favor say aye. So moved. The other number was number 3. Have to do with Marbella Park in management. That is placed there just to let the community know that the association is in the process of looking for a new manager. Okay? So that's just was more of an announcement. I want to, because sometimes anyone, a resident might bring a company that can give us a quote. So that come up, then we will have that, we can proceed with that. Questions?
Is there a reason why we're changing management company again?
I will leave that open to his answer when you're ready, when we get to you. Now we can go to resident comments, remarks.
So I had put in an ACC form about 3 weeks ago, May 3rd, I believe, for gate repair and change.
Okay, good. Give us some, we're gonna look at that.
All right.
The reason in here is that, you see the orientation here? See the orientation here? Yeah, I wanted to look at it. That's all. Bob? Any questions, remarks, none? He had a question, do you have a question? Could you answer this question?
So why are we changing management company again?
That's their decision. That's their decision. It's not
Yeah,
ours.
it's asking me to ask a question, I'm asking why, so.
I don't feel like we have.
Right now, the decision was made based on the management was not doing what they're supposed to do. Examples of that. Anytime there is a bid, a cost that we pay, or let's say someone broke the guard fence, the entrance fence, that's $300. let's say someone we have to pay $300 kids and so forth. Well, the discussion began last year, as decided. That was submitted finally. And then we put the other one back. Well, we're still on the first one, we got to put that in. So, well, today again, he said there's an issue with the permit, you know. So that's the issue. The other thing has to do with the entrance, the camera system, and what needs to be up there. There's several things that need to be up there, placed out there. And this coming from last year, we still having issues with if someone broke an arm going out, we can't identify the license plate. And there's some other issues. So many a time they come to the board. The understanding is you have a management company. The board's supposed to be involved in only specific things. The management company is supposed to maintain the property and make sure that everything is good. That did not happen. So, if this association, any association, or any group of directors think that it's best continues to pay any management company and that getting what they need to do like that, then to me personally, if they have one month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, they're not doing, to me, no sense to continue to pay. Let's get someone that might be able to do the job. Now, an insurance company, it's not an easy task out there to find the one that will do everything. So you have to go through. The same thing with like if you have a restaurant, you go through waiters. That's just about line. But we're paying $385. $3,085, $850 a month. And we're not getting what we need to get. I don't think it's a good business decision. But that's the reason right now. That's where we are. Now with management, has not done nothing different right now to show that they're getting changed. So, the last day is supposed to be 4th of July. I didn't see no change, much change yet. There's change, we can think about it, but right now, that's in process. And we can't wait till when the time comes to say, we can decide on the management.
We're not in contract with them, right? With the management company.
We go in contract with any company that comes in.
So how long do we have with this one? So I'm just looking at the cost of us leaving. Is that going to be a fee in us firing?
No, there's a clause that says in 30 days, they can go their way, we can go our way, no question.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that while I think the violations would be better if they were more specific as to exactly what the issue is, I also want to say that I think that's done more to improve the look of the community than anything that's been done in the past X number of years, including our own home. The whole place just looks a lot better. People are improving their.
Thank you.
And
Because it's not that we haven't done anything.
Yeah.
It's that unfortunately we haven't been able to meet their expectations. But it's not that we haven't done anything.
Everybody needs to understand that when we talk about painted homes, violation, all of these things, when people don't talk, this is not about that board trying to give anyone a hard time. This is a board that all of us bought here under some government. That's number one. Number two, I'm pretty sure none of us here that have a home might be here for 10, 15 years more. And I know Joel about what, 27, but probably some of you might be moving. I'm damn sure that you want the top dollar for your home. You cannot get top dollar for your home if the common area here is brown. If your neighbor is trash tank out there, and you all seen this, I'm not integrated. Somebody have a trailer outside on the side. That's out there. Okay? You can't, there's some folks here that believe that, oh, they can't afford it or they can't do it to fix their house. If someone don't talk, someone don't do anything that can stay like that, time you have to move, time you have to sell them, you're not getting your top dollars. Now, I don't know if any of you have checked these homes here, the homes in this community, are bigger than the lakes and the creek. But they are getting a better value than us. The homes over in Esplanade, maybe you live in Esplanade.
Yeah.
How much a 3-bedroom going for? Roughly. I'll start with you.
3-bedroom? I think around 265.
265.
There's no association over there.
No, they don't.
Yes, we do.
They have an association, but they're not gated.
It's not gated,
It's
correct?
not gated. And they're getting 265. Our homes are pretty much bigger than yours over here, right? The size. Now, I've seen homes, because I have to sign that below 265. 3 bedrooms. I've seen homes that go on for 295, 300, 330. What I'm saying to you is that all of that is because when the person wants to sell, you know, when you come to buy, you look around. You just don't look at the house you want to buy, you look around because you bring in your kids or you bring in money. So, you know, as homeowners, we all need to think about that. You real estate.
My husband is, I was, but
But you know what I'm talking about.
yes, I know.
So, that's just for everyone understanding. It's not that no one want to give you a hard time, but whenever you or someone else is on the board, that's what you need to think about, because the board pretty much is that last line of the space. Yes, go ahead.
The new community that I've been talking about, the new same square feet, pretty much that we have here, start 575, and they're nothing from. They even have mica on the countertops. What I'm saying is that we need to raise the value of this. That's why we have these ideas to rejuvenate the community, change the landscapes, and the walls, and hopefully
The entrance.
then work on that. Nice palm trees, lighting. Yes, beautiful landscape.
So that's you know, and all of you know things that cost.
I know.
So, and you can't have no one come to do anything on this property without insurance. So, professional insurance, so it can cost. So, that's how we trying to do. I know everybody not going to be in agreement. We're not here to agree, but at least we try. That's all we do. Okay, that was for that. Bob, sir?
Me?
Western.
Sorry, I don't pay attention to you talking like that right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Question?
She was here with us.
Okay.
Oh, I missed the question part, but, as far as like doing the landscaping, I know you guys are gonna work on the kids thing, the park, right? As far as doing us, that we're in the beautifying committee, What can we do, like,
As soon as you place a recommendation of the landscaping of what you think you want out there, we can look at it and approve it.
We would have to have a company, right, a legal, like.
You can call our landscaper and talk to him, he'll talk to you.
You can check with any company. Yeah, you
or the
can.
landscaper, his name, Alex?
No, Van.
No, we're looking more towards a designer, more than
You-
like a graphic.
right.
Yeah.
You can look for any person and then just bring it, come and present it. And we look at it.
Okay.
And then if it's written, I know you might bring some pictures, but if it's written, please try to email all of us. Again, if you go to marvella.org, you can email all of us. And then we can look at it and the information before we come. Okay, and we can place it on the agenda. So please, let's bear it to let us know that in advance when you want. But you all are responsible for that.
Oh, yeah.
The beautification committee. All right, lady with the glass.
No.
Question?
No.
No question. Sir, any question?
I got a suggestion. 84th Avenue, the mailbox, the roof, the ceiling, can that be redone? Like, it's not painted, but it's like they have put a lacquer on the wood. Can that be redone?
You're talking about inside.
Inside, yeah, because it looks already, it doesn't look right.
Okay, we will have the maintenance person go check it out.
Yeah, I think that would look even better if we take care of that area.
Okay.
On Sunday, I was here at the pool, and there was poop everywhere. And it was like big poop, and I'm like, oh my gosh. There was some in the entrance.
Human being?
Huh?
Human being?
What?
Human being?
No, it looked like dog poop. But my
Yeah.
husband said that it could have been,
It's stuff.
Raccoon.
Doug.
Duck.
Doug.
E-U-C-K.
Okay.
You want to get up there with a shotgun?
Yes. I would love to.
Come
I
to my
get
house
those
first, I can't kill them, I have no heart to kill
books.
them.
I can't stand
They
it.
poop all over my driveway all
I
the
have more
time.
than that. I always throw up. If I was deep cleaning and painting the fence, I don't know. I have to throw it out to sleep.
Nothing you can do about that.
No.
About what time you came back, roughly?
Sunday?
About what time, roughly?
Maybe, I don't know, 2?
Well, just for you to know, the maintenance person don't work on Sundays and you don't work on Thursdays. So, from Saturday to Sunday, that's not, everything is possible. Yeah, but we don't have a way to deal with
It's just
this.
there's a lot of people on
Yeah.
Sunday and later.
Make the beautification committee recommendation. I'd like to hire a duck company, have them come and send the ducks up to Okeechobee.
Okay.
Oh, we can do that.
Those ducks are visual, when you ride by it, they
It's like the state hunting down this coast there. Open season for ducks here.
All right, at this time I make a motion, no more, I check everyone. We make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Properly second,